Guys, in today's video, I am going to walk through the 3 steps that I would take to land a $300,000 job in 30 days. Now, these are the exact 3 steps that I did take to do this. So for those of you who don't know me, my name is Katie. I am a coach at Career Sprout, where on average, it takes us 63 days to help somebody grow their salary by about $37,000 during just by transitioning to a new company. Sometimes it's even a new industry. So this is assuming, in this video, I'm going to walk through the 3 steps. This is assuming that you already know the best industry, the best career path, the best company, and the best job for you right now. If you don't know those 4 things, we've got plenty of free videos, or I'll put a link below. You can even book a free strategy session. I think we've got about 10 more free strategy sessions open just as part of our give back to the community in these kind of wonky times we have right now. So let's assume you know those 4 things and you've updated your LinkedIn profile and your resume to reflect each of those 4 things. Now, I'll put a little asterisk here. This is something that I was able to do because the industry, because the career path allows for a $300,000 salary. Not every industry, not every career path does allow for that. So this is something that you're translating to yourself right now, just to know a couple things. This is the exact same process that I used for my first 100,000 job. This is the exact same process that I used for my first 200,000 job. And it is the exact same process that the majority of our students use as well. So it has been proven out. It works across multiple industries, multiple career paths. Some industries, for obvious reasons, some career paths have lower caps. So if you're not sure about that stuff, you can use the link below. We can talk through it and get you whatever resources you need for your career path. So with that, step 1 is going to be, I like to call it research through reach out. So researching about the different companies that you think you're going to be a good fit at by reaching out to individuals who are actually in that company. Now, how do you do that? Very simply, 2 things. 1, most people don't know what to say, so they never do it. Or 2, most people can't find the time to do it, so they never do it. So what to say? My favorite message, and the one that has produced the best relationships for me, has been a really simple message. Hey, I will look for somebody who is along my career path 1, 5, 10, 20 years down the road. And I just say, hey, you're exactly where I want to be 1, 5, 10, 20 years down the road. Do you have any advice that you that you wish that you could give your younger self? Or do you have any advice that you wish you knew 20 years ago? That is my favorite message, because typically I get really genuine responses from something like that, and same with our students. And it's people who have an inclination to mentor are the ones that will respond to that. So the other part of that is, how do you find the time? Typically, the day gets away from us almost all the time. By the end of the day, your brain is so fried, you don't want to do anything. So I would prep the night before. I would know who I was thinking about reaching out to, and then I would set aside 10 minutes first thing in the morning, 10 to 20 minutes first thing in the morning before I even check my phone. I would send out 10 connect requests first thing in the morning. That's how I'd find the time. You make the time first thing in the morning. If you wait till night, some people do. Typically, every 10 minutes of your morning is like an hour at night, because your brain is so fried and we have decision fatigue. So step 1, researching the companies and the culture through reach out. Now, step 2 is securing interviews, oftentimes from those conversations. So as you're going through these conversations, there'll be a little bit of back and forth. Oftentimes, depending on the career path, somebody will even offer to hop on a phone call with you or even go out to lunch with you to dive a little bit deeper. But you can typically make a very natural transition by just asking them, about advice advice that they wish they knew when they were younger, and then asking about the company that they're at now. I saw you were at T-Mobile for 8 years and then you switched over to Nike, insert whatever company they're actually at. What made you make the jump, right? Asking specific questions. And then when they tell you about, what's so great about Nike, Or they may even tell you, hey, I'm at company XYZ and it's actually not as great as I thought. I think I might leave. That's all really valuable data, really valuable research for you to know if that's the right fit for you or not. Just because something's a good fit for somebody else and they love it doesn't mean it's a good fit for you. And just because something's a bad fit for somebody else doesn't mean it's a bad fit for you. You want to ask those probing questions to find out why, so you can see if the culture is a good fit for you. Now, oftentimes, because you're reaching out to people who are at your dream companies, oftentimes it will be the dream culture because you've already done your research. And so that's when you can say, man, I think I'm going to start looking into roles, or I think I'm going to look into roles at insert dream company. Is there any, and then typically the immediate response from that, if you're in person, is, oh, you should talk to Tammy in HR or whoever. But if it's not, you can say, hey, is there a referral bonus? If I apply for a job, does your company, if you were the one to refer me, would you get a bonus? And then that's a really easy way to really quickly give back to the person who just gave you really valuable knowledge, and then they champion you along the way. So that is step one, is going to be researching through the reaching out to people at those companies. Step two is securing interviews at that company through those reach out conversations, by asking them, by getting them to, kind of champion you along the way. Step three would be to negotiate your comp package. Now, this is one that I'm not going to go too in depth in because, one, we've got other videos. Two, it's very nuanced. When you're negotiating, a lot of people fixate on just the base salary. That is just such a small component of your total comp, and it's usually the component that has the least wiggle room for the company. So if you want added information on like specifics, if you're in the middle of negotiations, or if you want to prep for your negotiations, I'll leave a link below. You can just book a free strategy session. Please only do that if you are actively searching for a job right now, whether you're laid off or it's something that you're actively doing. If it's something you may want to do down the road, you can just shoot us an email, info@careersprout.com. We'll give you plenty of free resources, but I really like to leave that time open for people who really need it right now. There's a lot of fear and just uncertainty out there for a lot of people, a lot of families. So this is our way of kind of pacifying some of that uncertainty, calming everything down for folks. So with that, I hope you guys are having a good one, and I will talk to you soon.